So the internship, obviously, Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, it's about Google and all that stuff. I think it's fine. I don't think it's great, but I wasn't really expecting it to be great from clips and stuff. There are moments of amusement, I would say, but I think a little bit of a problem with the film for me is the constant referencing of movies, television stuff, and all that kind of mix kind of felt a bit too much. And it's actually interesting because there's a section in the film where they talk about shoving stuff down people's throats, and I kind of felt like it was just that, like the constant referencing is like shoving stuff down people's throats. There you go, and it's just kind of a little bit annoying, and a little bit stupid, and that was a little bit of a problem. I think the Will Ferrell section is a bit wrong and a bit offensive, in my opinion. He wasn't really on his top form in that sequence, if I'm honest. I was a bit like, oh, this is a bit stupid now. And it's just, it was purposely, they put it in one sequence just to offend. And, I like Will Ferrell and I like Anchorman and all that. And it just felt a bit wrong and a bit not right, that sequence. So that was a bit of a problem. I think Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are fine. I think they play their roles well and everything. But, I think the problem with the film in a way is it feels a little bit like there isn't a script. It feels like it's all made up on the spot and they just sort of go up with it. They just sort of go with it. And structurally, there is somewhat of a structure, but you can kind of tell where it's all going. I mean, I quite enjoyed it. I mean, it might sound like I'm sort of dissing it, but I'm saying there are things to enjoy about it and to like. Um, it's just there are things that make it, not as great as it could have been. If that's what makes sense. So yes, I think there are things to like about it. I think there are things that are kind of not right. I mean, because for example, there is a section in it where you have Vince Vaughn trying to figure out what they're on about the bug thing, with the computer problems, and then he's sort of going on about Jeff Goldblum and The Fly, and it's just that felt a little bit. Oh, for God's sake, really. And there's a bit near the end where they say, where Owen Wilson says, "It's like the Garden of Eden," and I was like, oh, really? So now there's a Adam and Eve kind of reference, and it's like, stop it, please! It's too much. I mean, other directors in films, sort of reference stuff, and it's fine. And obviously, like I could watch like an episode of Sopranos, and throughout the whole thing of Sopranos, they will reference stuff, but that doesn't kind of come off as lame. But this kind of came off a bit lame. So, yeah. Obviously, they use San Francisco as a backdrop, and that's nice. It's nice scenery, I guess, and all that. But obviously, for the most time, you are seeing Google as the hub and everything, and that was quite interesting. The way that obviously they show Google and stuff, and that was fine. Um, it's just I don't think this is the proper Google film, if that makes sense. I don't think people are going to go like, well, it's about Google and it's a thing, and like it's not like the social network kind of thing where the social network thing was, oh, it's about Facebook, and oh, everyone go, oh, the social network. They won't go, oh, the internship. They'll just say Google is a place because Google's more interesting than this film, if that makes sense. So I mean, it is quite fun, and there are things to be enjoyed about it. I don't think it's that great. Like it could have been better. I think there are moments of amusement, like I say, and that's all fine. I think the characters are good. They're well introduced, and you get a sense of who they are, and that's good because sometimes when you watch a movie, you can't really get a sense of the characters. Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, you know exactly what they're going to be like because they kind of played the same role about 50 times now. Um, they're fine, they're okay and everything. They're not annoying. It's annoying when they do the constant references, and that just felt a bit like, oh, for God's sake, come on, guys. I mean, enough now. Um, but yeah, so it's enjoyable. There are things to like. There are things that are sort of, but for the most part, it's fine. Quite enjoyable. If you're into Google, then perhaps watch it. If you're like a massive fan of Google, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not for you. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not saying with my pan I'm gonna recommend this. Like it's worth watching, but I wouldn't say it's a great movie. You know, I recommend like I do on my film corner thing when I say a movie's really great because it is really great, but this isn't really great. It's just average.